This, to me, is the moment for Essendon to draw their line in the sand. Hello everyone, welcome to Eddie and Jimmy, Thursday edition. Jimmy, let's get stuck into it. We're going to go shorting, holding or buying as we look at round one of the AFL season. Not tagging Nick Dacos, shorting, holding or buying.
So I'm shorting that because if you don't tag him, he's going to rip you apart. If you tag him, he's probably still going to rip you apart, but hopefully you're a puncher's chance of limiting it.
Petrarca Brownlow. Wow.
Holding, let's see another round.
Yeah, he's played one game. Tasmania's first ever jumper to be worn in a VFL.
Buy. Anyone at Tassie, can you send me one?
Have you seen it?
Yeah, love it. It's the dark green.
No, the one for the VFL that have just announced, not the one of the Tassie.
No, they've got I've seen it.
Oh, you've seen it?
Yeah, a dark green.
I wasn't sold on it.
Well,
I must admit, I don't like these sort of modern.
I like the colours.
I like the colours.
My home club is the same club, so I'm a bit dear.
Well, mate, with all the Irish coming to Australia now, they've got a ready-made diaspora to get on board the team in green.
Just drop in, was it the 5th province on Fitzroy Street?
Exactly.
That's half of the Irish population.
Exactly.
They're in there each night.
Good place too, isn't it? Yeah. They were at pains to say that won't be the AFL.
But I'm still buying it.
Yeah, no, I like it. Great.
Geelong's all white for their white out night.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, it buys into the theme.
Makes the theme. Good on them. That's it. I've always said Geelong are white with the blue. That's what Frank Costa agreed when we did those deals back in the day. Makes sense. Good on them.
Midfield wizard. Nick Watson playing in the midfield.
Yeah.
Oh, buy. He's dangerous anywhere.
He's dangerous. Good player. Yeah.
They're doing a lot of buying.
The New Look Saints.
Yeah, buy. It was only one game. I thought they're probably walking away. We missed an opportunity to get Collingwood at the MCG. Again, that's not taking anything away from Collingwood, but no, stick with them. They need to get just quickly, Liam Henry back fit because he's another ball user, run and carrier, and I just think that
King up the forward line wouldn't hurt either. But yeah, I mean, look, to be honest, I wasn't being smart last week, but on all the radios that wanted to interview me about different things, largely about the loss of our great friend Dennis Committee, but they asked me about the game, and I just had a feeling that Collingwood's understanding, and so that was St Kilda's biggest ever home game. It was Scott Pendlebury's 41st highest game of football that he's played in front of. Okay, so there's a big difference here, and running out in the MCG round one, all that go. It takes a bit out. A lot of young kids, that was worth probably 20 games to some of the young players, and they played together for the first time. Lots to go back, coaches, everybody to refresh. Nasiah v Melbourne.
hopefully it's like the last time they played. So I'm buying the hope of that, but I'm holding it.
Okay. International rules returning this year.
Buying.
Especially in the women's.
Yes.
That's Ireland's become a major area. And you know what I'd like to also see? I'd like to see Australia give back a little bit to Ireland, not just go over there and take. I'd love to see a few scholarships put together for players to go over and play Gaelic football and maybe go to Trinity or Galway University. They've got amazing universities over there. And by the way, people still look at Ireland. Ireland had a net surplus last year of something like $70, $80 billion. At the moment, they could buy Australia. Certainly Victoria, if they would like to invest, would like to speak to them, rather than just sending all your people over here, although they're the best part. So I think the AFL should, again, look up a little bit, not be the be-all and end-all to the world, and get over and look after their best international partner, which is Ireland. And to be perfectly honest, if you're looking, we spoke about this on Tuesday, if you're looking at playing an international game between two teams, why not go to Croke Park and play?
It'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
Will these things happen this weekend? This is a bit of a new segment.
Yeah.
Offensive footy will rule in 2026, in or out?
In.
We've already seen small sample size.
Yep.
Size are able to move the footy a bit easier. Footy is so much better to watch without the anxiety of waiting to hear insufficient intent. In or out?
In.
In.
Yeehaw. Yeah, no, we're all in for that because, again, going to the football last year was like going to the tax audit. Didn't matter, you just go, there's always a subsection. I mean, last year there was 5 subsections for a rush behind. What? Carlton lose to Richmond again. Voss won't survive the week.
Out.
In the olden days, I can say that now because I'm putting the grey tips in my hair. Round 2 was always the week you had a coach would get sacked. And the reason being is that in those days you had to sell all your membership in the first couple of rounds of football, and people bought their membership at the first home game. So if you played away and you got annihilated and then you got done again and you had another home game, you had to do something, and that was the thinking. These days, oddly enough, coaches are probably made safer because all the memberships are on the drip and they're bought well in advance and reserved seats, etc. But Carlton have got to win the next 3, though.
Yeah, and they're probably more in their weight division, those teams.
But they're 3 games they can win, not should win, because everyone's a chance.
Can's a good way of putting it.
They can win, and it's important that they do to actually keep going. But if they can turn after the first month 3-1, things aren't that bad.
Instead of getting stuck into him, Hawthorn players will welcome Zach Merritt and treat him as one of their own. So I remember when Patrick Dangerfield was playing his last game for the Crows down at Geelong.
Yes.
And everyone knew the worst kept secret in footy, that he was coming to Geelong.
Including his mum and his auntie who were working as cleaners at Frank Costa's holiday house. So they laugh. That would be a salary cap breach anywhere else, but down at Geelong.
Just the skeletons in every club.
So
I wasn't
pleading guilty, are we?
No, not
okay.
But I loved how the Geelong crowd started cheering Patrick Dangerfield every time.
Oh, it was fantastic.
But the other real quick funny one was, I love this from the Essendon players. You always do like a secret Santa, just a bit of something light. I think it might have been Jai Caldwell. Yeah. He had Zach Merritt, but he got a Hawthorn sign jumper for him.
From Jack Inovan.
Yeah, that was very well done.
Nothing is sure of the Toby Green coming out of the Bulldogs game with the suspension hanging over his head.
In.
That's good. I like that one a lot. Yeah. North will win their first ever Jason Horne-Francis Cup. Haven't beaten Port since 2019. Out. Port will flog them.
Oh. No. Come on, North.
I want North to win, but no, that won't happen. Gold Coast and West Coast, wrong game to have playing in prime time on Saturday night.
Sunday night.
Sunday night. In or out?
Out.
Oh, I've got a feeling that's going to look a lot like watching Oscar Piastri doing his warm-up lap.
Torched.
Gold Coast could win that by
1,000.
Yikes. Anyway, it's there.
Well, it puts Gold Coast in the prime time slot.
Yeah.
And West Coast as well.
My only question with that from a logistics point of view is you would think that you'd play West Coast in Queensland at the earliest possible time so they can get out and get home, not land at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. or whatever it is.
Yeah, well, they'd stay the night and then just come back at their own leisure.
I suppose, but Sunday night, it's a Monday.
Yeah.
Again, fixturing. You can make it a lot easier and get the whinge factor, but that would stop Graham Corns from having anything to write in the Adelaide Advertiser, who's my great friend who we've been texting our replies to each other. But there are ways to make it a lot more equitable and, as I said, weaponise that fixture for everyone's benefit. Anyway, it's the game. I must admit, Richard, our producer, it has not crossed my mind at that stage, but it's a good point. Right, let's go through Carlton and Richmond for the season opener.
At the MCG.
Which they're talking about not having next year because of the sesquicentennial test. So there's a bit to go through, all that sort of stuff. Carlton and Richmond. My God, can they get up and do it for a second year in a row?
Well, the other element of them beating them last time was Carlton were up by 40 points.
I know.
And then Seth Campbell backflipped all over him.
Yeah. Oh, Carlton have to win, don't they?
Carlton by... I'm going to say this is 3 points.
Oh.
It's going to be a jittery one.
All right.
Essendon versus Hawthorn.
Yeah, that's a big game. Now, this is a beauty, I reckon. The Bombers have talked tough. Andrew Walsh has been great as their new president.
Yep.
They got the new CEO in, who was his vice president. They stood firm on merit. I listened to Brad Scott last night on 360, and he was adamant, we're not going to get pushed over. Mm-hmm. Now, the Bombers have talked themselves up a fair bit in recent times. Well, this is the game.
And they've got
because the Hollywood Hawks are a bit,
copped it between the eyes.
Yeah. And this is your moment. This, to me, is the moment for Essendon to draw their line in the sand.
Ooh, tasty.
And I wouldn't care if you lost 15 of them for the next couple of weeks. You come out and you belt this mob off the park.
So you've got Essendon winning?
I don't think I think they've got too many injuries. I think Hawthorn wins, but I want to see a real spirited Essendon attack.
I think we're going to see a real spirited Hawthorn.
Yeah.
Because the language immediately after that game against the Giants is we were ordinary in the contest, and some players had some games that they probably haven't served up in years. I think it's going to be a real nasty Hawthorn.
I reckon, yeah. But I'm
21 points for the Hawks for me.
I'd be taking them from Tullamarine down to Olsen Place in Broadmeadows for a bit of a look around and get a bit tougher down there.
Footy's not like that anymore.
Yes, you do. You got to, that's why.
They
all line
arrive
up.
in
They all have
BMWs and Range Rovers
but
underneath.
I'll go back to Carlton, right, last week. When they're leading at that stage, why'd they come and play exactly the same football, knowing that the one way that after the Swans started to go, change your game plan?
There's attention to detail, which hurts Carlton.
Yeah. All right, keep going.
So did you say Essendon just quickly?
No, Hawthorn.
All right.
Western Bulldogs GWS.
This is a tasty game.
Yep.
I couldn't be any more impressed by the Bulldogs. I know GWS were impressive.
Yeah.
But I think Marvel Stadium, Bulldogs.
Injuries GWS.
Bulldogs
up
by
against an 8-row team.
17 points.
Yeah, I was going to say 18. Geelong and Fremantle.
Fremantle.
Down at Geelong. They don't win down there except in finals.
Well, they had a wild game there this time last year. Geelong were up by 10 goals. Then Murphy Reid on debut kicked 4 in 4 minutes. And then Geelong won by 70 points.
And Big Mason. Good luck.
Fremantle could get them, but
surely.
I know you can't go against
I know you said
Geelong.
the other day at Geelong, and that's a different Geelong. They're older and they've had some issues over the summer. It hasn't been the same old Geelong.
Is the new stadium a fortress?
Yeah, well, I don't know, but just...
Geelong by a point.
I reckon Fremantle by 18. Yeah. Sydney and Brisbane at Sydney.
Geez, there's a lot out for the Lions, but that never seems to bother them.
Yeah, I'd go for Sydney for that reason.
Well, there mightn't be any key defenders left to play on Charlie Curnow. Sydney by 11 points.
No, I was going to say 10. There you go. Collingwood Adelaide at the G. Moore, I think, is back. Pies win. We always beat Adelaide.
They've had some
good games.
Yeah, and some controversial moments with Adelaide playing Collingwood.
Yeah, but it's not us. It's them always.
Oh, yeah, it's never.
They always carry on.
Yeah, always carry on. Right in front of me. Collingwood.
Yep, Pies. North and Port Adelaide. Well, I've given my decision there. It's at Marvel. Port are a bit better than everyone thinks, I think.
North, if we're going to think they're going to win some more games, will win this.
Okay. Well, I don't think they will. So there's an answer to 2 questions. Melbourne and St Kilda. St Kilda. Yeah. And Gold Coast and West Coast.
Gold Coast. Good luck, West Coast.
Not since they banned drink cards in Cavill Avenue has there been such opportunity for mayhem on the Gold Coast.
Whoever thought of that idea?
All right, mate. That's it. That's Eddie and Jimmy. We'll catch you next Monday for more, and have a great weekend at the footy. It's good for football.